use this as a marketing tool, I want to be able to know what I'm talking about. So I set up a few blogs, and then I started telling my clients, you should really start blogging. And one of my clients was an architectural practice. And I thought, what better than to listen to someone who is into design, has a lot of design influences, doing really interesting stuff, to get them to start blogging. And they said, no thanks, can't do that, we can't write. And then 4 years later they said, shall we write a blog? I kind of missed the boat on that one, guys, but I think my message there was I got it wrong. Those guys can't write very well, they're artists, they draw, they sketch. So on your blogs, it's not necessarily all about writing. Put some really rich, valuable content on there. Put some nice original photography. Put some links to YouTube videos or some sketches or whatever on there. Make it colourful, make it interactive, and that'll help you to get some content and some traffic. So after that, I fell into this trap of trying to make money online. Who's read all those things like johnchow.com and Easy AdSense, Cash Machine, all that kind of absolute rubbish? I thought I'd have a go at that, and didn't work. But it is possible to make money online if you focus on a niche. So if you really focus on one particular subject and you become the expert, you can make a lot of money through blogging by focusing on that particular topic. And that's using things like Google AdSense, affiliate schemes, banner ads, text link ads, all this kind of stuff. And I'm sure there are folks in the room. In fact, let's do a show of hands. Who's got AdSense or any advertising on their blogs? So probably about just under a half. Who's making money from those advertisements? Awesome. Okay, so keep your hands up. If you want to make money, look for these guys. And when the bar tab runs out, they're buying as well. Okay, so shortly after I decided that wasn't for me, I thought, well, if I'm going to do this well, I need to find some people that are doing blogging and pick their brains. So I actually joined the London Bloggers Meetup. I didn't set it up. And I joined it when there were about 15 members. And I went to the first meetup and nobody else showed up at all. And the next day I got an email from meetup.com saying your organiser has quit. Would you like to take it on? So I said, yes please, I'll have some of that. And 3 years later I'm still doing it, and we've got about 100 people in the room. So thanks for coming. And I think and sponsorship by fine folks like our friends at Dell. And I think the best thing about here is taking part. Is not just coming along and having a few beers and sitting in the back. Is actually talking to the other bloggers, and where you can, getting up here and doing a talk. I know there's a handful of you guys who've been up here and said your piece, as I am now. And you know, this is a great example. We had, sorry, the pictures are a bit small, but we had a panel of about 6 of us talking about blogging and PR, and that was a really good interactive session. We had about 100 people in the room as well. And I think if you want to do this, I'd love to hear from guys that want to come up and talk about their blog and what they've been doing, because I think that we can all learn from each other if we share our own experiences. So I soon realised actually that mostly bloggers are actually geeks, and I mean that in the nicest possible ways. We actually love our subjects and we know what we're talking about, and we actually like attention as well. And the only way you're going to get attention is by doing something quite interesting, is by getting traffic. And how do you get traffic to your blog? Well, I think if you look at the ABCs of getting traffic, the first is write something or produce content that's interesting, original and provocative. The second thing is promote your blog everywhere. I don't know if any of you guys did this, but I didn't tell anybody I was blogging for about 2.5 years. I was quite embarrassed that I was blogging. And I think it was Lolly's here, so I think Lolly outed me. She said, what are you doing? You can tell people. And so I started to tell folks that I was blogging. So, you know, stick a link on your email footer and stick it out on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and all these things, and start getting some links back. And obviously look at the SEO of your blog. If you're using WordPress, have you got, or any blog platform, have you got the right SEO plugins? And I think I saw SEO Joe somewhere here. If you need some ideas for SEO, Joe, where are you? Are you still here? There we go. Pick Joe's brains. I'm sure she'll be happy to help you. If you're using WordPress, get yourself the all-in-one SEO pack plugin. That will do all the hard work for you. And I soon realised that my basic blogs are pretty ugly as well. I hadn't done anything more than just use the standard WordPress themes. So I think if you want to stand out, you want to make an impression, you've got to get a custom design for your blog, or at the very least get a template and customise it yourself. It's not expensive, but it will make a big difference to the way your blog looks and the impression you make. And if you think about it, if you're reading a website and it's a really plain, not a good looking website, you probably tend to stick around for a little bit less amount of time, and you might not go back to that website. So spend some time on the appearance of your blog. Okay, almost there. Next thing I realised when I was trying to customise my template was I didn't have a clue about coding at all. I'm a complete technophobe when it comes to code. So it's useful to learn a little bit of HTML. If anyone can see that and that isn't HTML, that's quite entertaining. But learning a few tips and tweaks will help you to make your blog look a little bit nicer. So that bit of ugly code there is what puts that badge on my blog. So who was it asking about putting that badge on their blog? Forget it, someone over here. There we go. So that's the code you need to put that badge on your blog and to make it look a little bit prettier.
Did you get all that? No, nobody? Okay.
I certainly will. Okay, so then I've started to realise that not everybody understands what blogging is all about and what you as a blogger want to get from your blog. So quite simply, add an about page to your blog. Tell people what it's all about, what you're doing and what you're looking for, and add a contact page. Make sure people can get in touch with you. Really simple things that you might not think about doing, but actually will make a big difference to the way you blog. And certainly will help you with the next point is you can get a lot of free stuff if you're blogging, if you're doing it right. Come on guys, hands up, who's got something free for their blog? Come on, some of you aren't being honest. I think if you tell people, you tell ad agencies and PR agencies what you're looking for, why you want them to engage with you, they will get in touch. If you've got a good blog, it looks nice, you've got traffic, you've got comments, you will start to get free stuff. So make it really, really clear that you're happy to engage with PR agencies, or if you're not, and you hate the harassment you get from PR agencies. I think one of the quotes from our panel a few months ago was, PR agencies are all jackasses.
Present company accepted, right?
So I thought that was quite entertaining, but really, if you don't want the attention, put it on your blog, tell people that you don't want to be approached. And then the final point of promise is, it's surprising actually how interesting blogs and bloggers really are. Not for me, because I get to meet you guys all the time, and it's interesting the diversity of bloggers we get here. Everyone from talking about being an ambulance driver to being a pigeon to London Underground to whatever you want to think about, there's somebody writing about it. But the best way to get engagement and interaction out of the blogosphere is to comment, is to participate in everyone else's blogs. So get out there and start adding comments, and start getting involved, and start setting trackbacks and all that sort of business, and start a conversation within the blogosphere. And I found this yesterday in London, so that was really interesting. There's a guy there who is Sewer Man Starts Blogging. I thought, brilliant. Who's going to write a blog about sewer? But there you go. So yeah. So there you go. You can find it all in the blogosphere. So that's my 10 lessons and tips on blogging. I hope that was of interest. Thank you for your attention.